I come to LA for, a couple times, I go with her to do her shows or whatever. We just hanging around each other, talking about ideas. Time we in LA, I'm chilling. I'm minding my motherfucking business. She come in the room. I'm like, all right, I'm coming in the room. She gonna tell me, when we around each other, I want you to be my man. But when you go home, you can do what you want. And I was stunned. I didn't know what to fucking do. What the fuck do I say? I'm here for business. I don't even know shorty like that. I'm here for business. I don't even know shorty like that. I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. Because literally, I'm just here to work with you.
Y'all think this shit really make me feel like a man? Like, I feel good about airing women's business out? Man, I feel like a clown. It's out of frustration. This is out of my back being pushed against the wall over when I've only done right.
Girl, it's high time we admit that Lil Kim is both a legend and a part-time bird. Because for a woman known for her talent and beauty, she is absolutely addicted to picking the wrong men. It turns out that she's gone ahead to marry her 25-year-old boyfriend, Tay Brown. And based on what's being exposed, Kim intentionally married a much younger man this time. And the reason is just sinister.
If you know Kim will hold a grudge. She take a grudge to the grave.
That's what it is?
Yeah, she take it to the grave.
Once again, no one is denying that Lil Kim left a big footprint in hip-hop and is a living legend. But we can all agree that her love life is just messy. You can either say she's a hopeless romantic or a magnet for troubled men, as her most public relationships always seem to turn out toxic. I mean, do y'all remember the mess with Biggie? Lil Kim was with him for 4 years, from the minute she entered the industry as a rapper to his tragic death in 1997. And while they released good music together, the relationship was turbulent, and Biggie never publicly claimed her as his girlfriend. She was mostly his side chick, and the reason was because she was dark-skinned. On the other hand, Biggie was always out with light-skinned women. Lil Kim also talked about how her relationships with other men like Damian Hardy, Sean Powell, Mano, and even Ray J were all rocky and all left her feeling unwanted, like she couldn't survive or have a successful career without them. And add to that her low self-esteem, which really traced back to her dad always critiquing her appearance, which made her believe that she was ugly and would never be good enough. So, it is no secret that Lil Kim has gone through hell and back in the romance department. But she really took it up a notch when she left her age range and started dating younger men. It first started with her baby daddy, Jeremy Neal, aka Mr. Papers, the father of her daughter Rain being 5 to 6 years younger than her. However, age gap relationships are normal in Hollywood, and the gap seemed respectable enough for fans not to bat an eye. Since then, Lil Kim has been going younger and younger. Child, she was moving to men that were more than 20 years younger than her and closer in age to her daughter Royal Reign than her. And if it was a celebrity male artist messing with the life of a much younger woman, the way Kim treats her current boyfriend/husband, Tay Brown, best believe that women would be giving him hell for it. When Lil Kim first introduced Tay Brown, we didn't meet him as our boyfriend. During the 2022 Rap City segment, she introduced him as one of her new artists signed under Queen Bee Entertainment, and they were going to be working together to release new music.
Man, I'm a student of the game for real, so Kim is a legend, automatically. So when I got that call, I was just like, I'm in. Yeah.
I feel like I'm blessed.
And when they did drop new music in 2024, it wasn't hard to see that the two of them had more than a working relationship. They looked completely loved up in the video for their song Love For You. And the song itself had an undertone to it. Also, when they were promoting the song, Lil Kim talked about how creative Tay was and that in times she'd known him, he was more of a big brother or father to her. Obviously, I'm a little older than him, but he's like my big brother, my father. I really listen when he speaks because he's gonna say something very important. I don't know about y'all, but there is something terribly sick because what do you mean a 52-year-old woman sits down to call a 20-something-year-old man her big brother or father? I mean, the whole point of Tay signing with someone like Lil Kim is to have guidance and learn what he can from her. So if it's the other way around, then Tay is in the wrong place and with the wrong person. But before Tay could get a chance to run, he was already in too deep with Kim as she officially confirmed that they were already dating in a post that said, "Our bond is so perfectly matched in the most organic way. I know it was God that brought us together. If people only knew how big of a role you play in my life and in my career. If they only knew you're a big part of the reason the Beehive is getting new music right now. If they only knew the things we figure out together. How we can talk with our eyes and be on the same page." Girl, this was just too much. But she still goes on saying, "It's so weird how we became so close because it happened out of nowhere. But I'm really proud of what we're building. And most of all, the unconditional love we have for each other. You're a sweet gangster, and I love it. First of all, there was no way that God, the universe, or anyone else for that matter, was willingly going to bring a 24-year-old man into her life as her boyfriend. Not to mention, this was a person who was actively signed under her entertainment label. And Kim has a lot of control in how his career goes. The relationship dynamic was very much giving early days Diddy and Cassie, because even if Tay didn't want things to be romantic, he really couldn't say no and risk bruising her ego. And if Tay somehow thought that he had a say in how their relationship was going to go, or could leave whenever he wanted, Kim was quick to remind him that she held all the cards. Less than a year after Kim declared her undying love for him, Tay took to Instagram and put Kim on full blast. Apparently, he'd had a baby with another woman, and when Kim found out about it, she wasn't here for it at all. The whole time, Tay thought the whole romance going on between them was all PR to promote him and his music, because to him, he'd always been professional and respectful towards her. He admitted that Kim spent money on him, but never wanted him to make music or take on any projects unless she was the one calling shots. He also claimed that even during the times where she was disrespectful and talked crazy to him, he did nothing to her and only defended and encouraged her.
Despicable reason why you mad at me, and I came out with a beautiful blessing baby boy. Mind you, this supposed to be about business. Everything's supposed to be about business. We supposed to admire each other as artists, right? And this the reason why you mad at me, bro. Cause I came out with a beautiful blessing baby boy. Huh? Do all of that to me? Mind you, there's some shit I'd never say to Kim, because there's a line I won't cross. I'll be honest, but I'll never cross that line. You known her for years. For years. Ain't never said shit. Y'all despicable. Don't come in my DMs with this dumb ass shit. Y'all despicable.
But Lil Kim didn't see it that way. If Tay knew Kim's history, he'd know that she already had a man who got married on her, got divorced, and had a girlfriend on her, and there was no way she was going to let another man have a baby on her without getting back at him. So she used the same classic power move and stopped any music Tay tried to release. He was shut out of any conversation involving his career, and since he was still in contract with her, Lil Kim also pulled his recent music from streaming platforms. Anytime Tay tried to talk to her about what was going on, he was told by her team that this is what he gets for thinking he was bigger than the program and going against the agreement that they had.
I'm not saying I was afraid to say no to the dating shit. I'm saying I was afraid to say no to the extra fun shit you want to be talking about. Like, we just had fun. I was afraid to say no to that. Because I know how women are to rejection. And I just didn't see a harm in it. I didn't see a harm if we just having fun. You know, I'll take this on the chin. Like, if we just having fun, then, you know, I didn't see the harm in it. Now, if I would have said yes to the dating and then just turned around and switched, then yeah, that's me fucking up. That's me using somebody. Absolutely. But I figured the fun shit was just like, okay, you know, ain't no feeling. You know, I should have known. Still took this long for me to motherfucking understand the manipulation. Let me break it down. I'm the one manipulating when you gonna call me to work knowing I was down on my dick, lost my mother, was trying to figure out my way of life, and you gonna try to make a move on me the first weekend we met? I'm the one that's manipulative? Yeah, I lost some confidence, so yeah, I didn't know how to just say no. So maybe I did in a way lead her on in that way, but she knows what I said. She knows what I said. First night in LA, what I say? I said, I can't, this just can't go much farther than this. So like, oh, okay. We'll just have fun. In reality, I didn't even want to take it there anyway. But I didn't know what else to fucking do, I'm gonna be honest.
Mind you, Kim still owed 65% of the royalties he was getting from his music. So she was the one that benefited the most from his music getting released and doing well. But girl, Kim didn't attend Diddy's school of finessing a ninja for nothing. And she'd much rather make sure that she backs Tay into a corner and see his career run to the ground than make money with him. And Tay had no way out, so he eventually gave in. He didn't just become her boyfriend. He gave a very public apology claiming that he'd overreacted and wanted her back. And to show that he was committed to her this time around, he got a massive tattoo of her name, and she has posted clips of them looking completely loved up.
I fucked up. Terribly. You know, I want my baby back, man. I want my girl back. And it's gonna take some effort, but you know, that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do.
It's giving hostage situation. Until his contract is up for renewal, Tay has to play ball or once again risk losing his entire career. And according to reports, he has it worse now because Lil Kim is doing everything to make sure he can't just up and leave again. We all know that Kim's self-esteem is shot to hell. And having a young 25-year-old show her that he wasn't interested in her and never considered a relationship with her while she was on the internet expressing love for him was the last thing her ego needed. Now, word is that the two of them have officially tied the knot, so there's no making babies or sleeping with other women without Kim's say-so for Tay Brown. And as much as her fans still want to support her, even if you are a die-hard Lil Kim fan, you'd be lying if you didn't see how predatory Lil Kim is. She's running the same play that Diddy ran on Cassie. And for the sake of her ego and being with the man, she's going to lock his career in the basement so that everything, from his social life to finances, revolves around her. She's effectively stripping him of his voice and doing the same damage that was done to her as a young woman in the music industry. In a few years, when he does have enough backbone to really speak out about what she did to him, let's just hope that people hold her accountable the same way they would have held any man in her position. But do you guys think they are just two people in love that decided to get married? Or is Lil Kim going too far with this one? Sound off in the comments and make sure to like and subscribe. See you later, baddies.